Kind of a irritating response video to this, whatever, Flange B guy. He's made a couple of joke videos. He's sort of being called an anti-natalist now, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm kicking him out if I have a vote. Yeah, let's just kick him out. I don't know what, he's just another asshole on the internet, as far as I can determine. So I won't even bother playing this video. We just go with this image. It says all we need to do. So he probably goes to the trouble to write this shit down about, oh, the subject of antinatalism, and this is so difficult, and blah, blah, blah. So first he just ignores the fact. The fact that most of the civilized world is not producing enough children to sustain population. That means most of their kids don't end up having kids. That's just the way it's working out, okay? Not enough kids to replace the population. And that's the truth of it, alright? So the argument, in a sense, has already been won in terms of behavior of civilized people. And that's with having a whole lot of policies that subsidize child procreation, right? So if you start making people who have kids pay for having kids, then that's going to be more incentive for them not to have kids, right? And then if you tell the welfare whores that they can't have as many kids as they want, and if they want welfare, they're going to have to get sterilized. If they can't control their behavior, then they're going to have to get sterilized. And he's implying we have to put them in gas chambers. We have to cycle on B. So is that your solution for rapists, or say somebody embezzles money at their job? We should cycle on B them in gas chambers. This argument is just so fucking idiotic, and like we haven't had these insults already thrown at us. And then he has this stupid thing, mass suicide. How the hell does mass suicide do the future any good? That's just the kind of advocate I would like to have existed back in 1959 when I was being conceived. Is some asshole who comes to the rescue by committing suicide. He just shows up at my parents' house and blows his brains out, and that solves the problem. That prevents my birth. This is fucking nonsense. So I don't know what your game is. I don't know. Obviously you don't pay any attention to the videos that have been made. You don't understand the arguments at all. Shooting. We're going to shoot all the natalists. He talks because he got a boner once when he was a kid, that somehow boners mean we have to have procreative sex. That somehow people can't figure out that especially kids, right? Teenage boys can't figure out that they don't want to get girls pregnant. That having sex with girls that are pregnant kind of sucks. That's kind of going to ruin the sex when babies are coming out of her vagina. That it's kind of an obstacle to them getting their dick in there. And they're not smart enough to figure that one out. That they don't want to get chicks pregnant because it's like expensive and it makes the chick really unfuckable. And that they're too stupid to figure that out too. And that we couldn't educate them. It's impossible to educate people about the difference between procreating and having sex. And not that we even have to, right? So again, and then he's saying like every accident has to be prevented. No, accidents don't have to be prevented. The human race will die out if it has to survive on accidents alone. That's another fact you just want to ignore. Okay, it's a plain fact. Accidents aren't driving human replacement population, nor is it driving the excess population. It's not accidents. These are on purpose births. These are deliberate, willful procreation. So again, don't, this is just this whole thing, this whole video is just such a sack of shit. And it ends with some sort of wishy-washy, mishy-mushy that we can't be talking about this idea that somehow we have to just make the best of it or something. It's just a pile of crap. We don't have to do any such thing. Again, the argument's already been won. We just have to get the sensible people, the grown-ups, which ones you can find, the civilized people, to simply concede that, a bunch of allowing the human race's destiny to be dictated by a bunch of religious kooks and irresponsible morons having kids when they're 13 and 14 years old is probably not a brilliant idea, and that something called a civilization might want to do something about that. They might want to do that simple little rational thing like they do in some village in India, where they actually, encourage the daughters to actually go to high school. And if they graduate from high school, they're more likely to have less than 2 kids. Or if they don't graduate from high school, they're more likely to have more than 3 kids. So duh, these are simple solutions, nothing draconian, no gas chambers and shootings and all this crap. And even if it came to that in some end game scenario where you needed to be more and more refined in how many of these bursts you prevent, again, you can do it with carrots. You don't need sticks. And if you're going to pass laws against what is considered reckless and irresponsible behavior by then, a majority consensus recognizes it as reckless and irresponsible behavior, yeah, you pass laws against such things. And we have laws now against all kinds of behavior we consider reckless and irresponsible. Does somebody talk about gas, Flange B for the drunk drivers? And should we take the drunk drivers out and shoot them? Is that the only solution? We have to shoot the drunk drivers and we have to gas the drunk drivers? Fuck you. Fuck this bullshit. What a lame fucking pile of shit of a video. So whatever, funny man. Fuck you.